You're listening to
Hot Sauce Sports with Mo Cohen, PZ Delarice, and Terry Tam.
I now know that I'm on with a spy, depending on who's the captain of this ship. That's probably a bad thing if this podcast is supposed to go viral, isn't it?
Cordero Patterson like grabbing some shanks, gentleman here, and I quote, "I'm a grown man. I don't need nobody blank in my balls, my face."
In my teenage years, I'd get back from high school, I'd smash 2 pizza pockets. Carmelo Anthony never learned you can't live life just smashing pizza pockets.
Because he lost a double bet, what I did is I cut a jalapeno in half, and I filled it with hot sauce. So he's going to have to slurp this down.
Why you give me a fucking banana, dude? I'm not eating a banana. I'll rather piss in my mouth than eat this.
Okay, so there we go. Stop stalling. Let's go. Let's go.
Now. Here are your hosts, Mo, Terry, and PZ.
Hey everyone, you are watching and perhaps listening to Hot Sauce Sports. I'm Pease and I've returned. This week, I'm less stupid. I didn't double book myself.
And we also have a different outlook, so there's a line here.
There's a line?
Yeah, it's divided in 2.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like we're just like morphing into each other anymore.
No, man, but I miss morphing into you. It's like my favorite thing to do.
That's what she said.
I know, right? I was dumb last week. I didn't realize I was double booked for things. Changed the time we're going to record the show, and then
okay,
wasn't available for that time either.
Yeah?
It was really dumb.
It's okay. We had a great time. Duke and
man,
I, we drank some shit-ass fucking whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
We went live.
I could tell you guys drank shit whiskey because Duke apparently thought that Connolly and Kevin Lowry were not the same height.
They're not
They
the same
are
height.
exactly the same height.
No, they're not.
They're both listed as 6'1".
There's like a point of an inch off.
They're
So
6'1".
therefore
They're
Connolly
the
is
same
taller.
height. If it's not an inch, it's the same height.
And then talking about Kyle Lowry's defense, which is actually the strength
I
of his
wasn't
game.
talking about Carl Lowry's defense. I was saying that short point guards in general have limitations on defense. That's what I was
Which, if
trying
they've
to say.
got Connolly, would solve that problem, being the same height as Kyle Lowry.
I just like Connolly better. Can I like him better?
You can. It's
just don't hate on somebody else.
Yeah, and then like Terry,
was
you can
hating on him
obviously
at
tell
all.
Terry is just completely smashed on listening to you.
Yeah, I was
he's like,
I do not remember that topic at all.
nice. That's how you know.
I don't remember that at all. What did I say?
You said,
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's all
All right.
you did.
Anyway,
that's all you said.
Yep.
That's why I did the Duke.
Yeah.
The Duke is when Duke is listening to you, he doesn't really listen.
You learn from the best, man. You learn from the best.
Like right now.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
We got Eagle at Master Controller,
we do.
apparently. I'm waiting for the...
I don't know if he does that in the show.
He's done it a few times.
All
so
right.
I like it.
Now we
All
know.
yeah.
I also have a voice.
And you're going to be talking today because you know something that we don't.
Which is rare.
Very rare.
Very rare.
Well, that has something to do
It's
with
more
that.
common than you think.
It
I just
is.
don't brag.
Well, no, what happens though typically is for Eagle to quote unquote know something, it can't be an original thought. It needs to have come from Reddit first. So we know, for example, Eagle
Subreddit.
doesn't like the last episode of Game of Thrones because the internet told him not to. Correct?
Subreddit.
The memes told me to not like it.
Okay, so therefore you
I
can't.
didn't actually watch it.
So
You didn't
therefore you
watch
can't
it?
like it.
So you don't like it because the memes told you not to like it?
Yeah.
That's good.
All right.
Nice.
Something
Did you
fire.
enjoy the episode?
I did. I just find that the fire scene took way too long.
Which
Dude,
which
there's no
fire
such
scene?
thing as
It was
fire
all
scene
fire
too long.
scene. Everything was fire
That's
scene.
what I'm saying. The whole thing.
The whole fire?
There wasn't enough dialogue. Like
Dialogue, there's fire, bro.
build the story. So I understand that she got up and she said, "Fuck the bell. I don't give a shit." She's
Yeah.
gonna burn the city down.
Yeah.
Burn it down.
He's so hot right now.
It just took way too long. It just took way too long.
You know what?
Yeah.
I tend to agree with you, but then when I rewatched it, I felt like it was just perfect. So I would say watch it again.
Were you hating on it like 12 hours ago?
Yeah, let's
Nope.
check your Twitter feed.
Nope. I was not hating on it. I
Right.
actually loved it.
I liked
really
the
did.
episode. It kept me on my toes.
You just expect me to hate it.
I
was,
did.
I was
I
like
really did.
I was like this for like 15 minutes, which is what they want.
they
the
wanted,
shock
though.
factor,
Absolutely.
right?
But so here's the thing.
But I just feel like they could have Arya was kind of like weird her thing. She was running around the
Well,
city.
she fell asleep at one point.
was she or she was knocked out.
Yeah.
She was trying to escape or not trying to escape. I don't know. And then supposedly it's Bran. That's the white horse.
Bran's a horse?
Bra-
Oh,
The
you're- because
horse
he
that
becomes
came at the
animals.
end. Yeah, because Bran can do whatever the fuck he
And
wants.
also that horse looked pretty dead because it blew up at one point.
And also the legs were all fucked up, and they emphasized on the legs. They showed the legs, so maybe that's the whole Bran connection.
Did you notice that at the
You
beginning?
think
Vic?
Bran's still playing?
Yeah, I think he's still in there.
Yeah, but I think he's still playing.
Oh,
like
slow playing.
He actually can walk.
Oh, imagine. And he has like a huge cock.
And he's been the Dragons the whole time.
He is the
Also,
Dragon.
maybe warn us that that bitch was crazy. Like, just tell us.
No, we knew she was crazy. If you think about it, she's always kind of been the villain.
Well, and that's been my. So everyone's like, oh, I can't believe Daenerys, but like, I understand
no.
she's likable. I understand she's beautiful. But the thing is,
That's smash.
they've been building this and hinting at this for seasons.
She's like this. She's like, hey, you know what? Hey, Tyrion, yeah, you're going to ring the bell? Hold my dragon. I'm going to burn this fucking shit to the ground.
Also, don't hold my dragon because it would look huge in your hands. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna fly around. I'm gonna not listen to you. I'm gonna burn this shit down.
Wait, Duke was saying something.
Yes, I agree.
Do you think Cersei's dead? Cersei and
I think, yeah, they're dead.
I don't think so.
I think they're dead. Yeah.
I don't think so.
What are they're going to come out and do what?
Well, because so if Cersei and Jaime are dead, then Arya learned the whole face shit for nothing, and then
No, she still killed something.
and then she
killed,
doesn't kill the Green-Eyed Queen, and
It's a very or
Cersei doesn't get
Daenerys has
Cersei
green
doesn't
eyes.
get killed by her quotations brother.
doesn't Drogon have green eyes?
No, Daenerys has green eyes.
Danny has green eyes.
Yes,
Does she?
I've looked at this. Yes, she has green eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna challenge you on this, but I want
You
this
can
to
look,
be true.
But she
Also,
has green
then
eyes.
John.
Okay, I'm gonna
so
go
then
on
Jon Snow
Google.
kills
I'm gonna
Arya?
go on Google in fear that there's gonna be porn, and guess what happened?
Nice, well done.
Yeah, because a friend of
That
mine-
was on your phone to begin
it
with.
was
though.
beyond yeah.
Like that's whatever you were searching before the show. Just to be clear,
It was her name is Vandal Vixen, and a friend of a friend apparently had sex with
does she have green eyes?
her. She does. I don't know. I've never seen her before. No, she does. She has brown eyes.
So she
So
will not
what
be
am I-
killed by Arya.
What am I googling? Danny
Oh, man, you're never gonna spell it
We
right.
call-
Targaryen.
we call this
eye
You're
color.
Never gonna spell it right.
The first thing
you
that
think
shows
he
up,
can't
eye
spell
color.
it right. Imagine what that Starbucks cup said.
Hey, are those green to you?
Yes,
Would they look greener with jizz?
I'm colorblind, dude. I don't know.
It's true. You are. You can't
Yeah,
even see green.
Good job, Terry.
yeah.
You can't even see green.
So that could be. The thing is, there needs to be a reason for Arya to use her face shit, right?
I guess.
Because or else they spend the whole season on it for nothing.
So Arya's gonna kill Danny. Jaime and Cersei are dead.
but she kills
over
her
that.
as who? Because again,
She kills her as Arya.
but no.
Or
but then
she
why
might
did
kill her-
She learned the face
Oh,
shit.
This is this. Ready? I have a friend that told me this. John Grey Worm battle it out. Grey Worm dies. Danny doesn't know. She takes on Grey Worm's body.
But she has to kill them to get on her.
She doesn't have to kill him. He has to be dead.
Really?
Yeah,
Are we sure about this?
I'm pretty sure.
Research.
I'm
Eagle,
on
research.
it. I'm on it. I'm on
Do
it.
you know what you're researching? Because it looked like you were pretty lost there.
Yeah.
Eagle, research.
He's on.
does
he's on
Arya
Pokemon.
need to kill the person?
He's on Pokemon, dude. Does Arya need to kill anybody to be able to take their face?
No.
No, because she killed Frey.
No, I think that all of those faces exist. Like, she doesn't make them. You don't just go get a face made.
What
You
I
actually
love,
need
by
to
the
get
way,
it.
is like so when the
Yeah,
company.
how am I supposed to research this, by the way? What am I looking up?
Google, does Arya need to kill? I bet you the first thing that's gonna come up is in order to take their face.
Okay, cool. I'm on it.
Also, Nicolas Cage ahead of his time in Face Off. But the
More
thing
John
is-
Travolta than anything else.
Admittedly, it was the first search result.
It was. See?
Because everyone's talking about this. What's funny though is, so last week I was on the show, and of course the big thing was the coffee cup that was left behind.
Which is not Starbucks. I was right because there's no Starbucks in Ireland.
I love how everyone's like, oh my god, the show about dragons and magic and switching faces is now unrealistic because she had coffee.
There's a new thing now with Jamie in his hand.
Yeah, he had an extra hand.
Not an extra
Not an
hand.
extra hand, a human hand.
Listen, if
No,
someone
he
can
did-
make faces, you're worried about a hand?
No,
It doesn't look like a hand. It just didn't look like his fake
But he
hand.
did not have that hand before getting there because he lost his hand in the battle with the random battle on the beach. By the way, how do you just randomly find each other on a giant beach like that?
That's what I'm saying. They wanted to make that guy Euron. They wanted to make him like, somewhat relevant and end his story. So they ended it that way.
Yeah, he was like, I'm the one that killed the Kingslayer.
Yeah, it was such a weird thing. It's like, hey, what's going on, man? It's like they cross each other in the middle of the street, you know?
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. Like they were neighbors. It's like, hey, you got any sugar?
Vladdy Guerrero spread some sugar. He hit his first career home run. Youngest Blue Jay to do so, under 20 years old.
I hate that he plays for the Blue Jays, but it's fun. But
So here's my thing is I know what, like I saw him come into the first game wearing his dad's Expos jersey. I thought that was pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
And then like people in Toronto were all like butthurt about it because people were talking about it. But I feel like
why would you be
I
butthurt
feel
about
like
that?
so like we're Montrealers and this show isn't about Montreal sports, but we're all proud Montrealers.
Of course.
And the thing is, I feel like I don't have a rivalry with Toronto because
I don't like them.
it's a worthless city. So it doesn't matter. Like, okay, yes, you're good now. Your hockey team's good. Catch up to some cups,
I don't know how they're good. They can't win a fucking series.
and that's all it is. You know what I mean? Like,
It's classic Toronto. It's like we are
Yeah.
great, so you can't associate with anybody else other than us. We are the best.
but like it seems really big. It's like Toronto's a really big city. It's a big city in Canada, right?
I guess
Isn't
so.
isn't it weird that the dude with the horse cock is so like so insecure?
What now?
Who has a
Toronto,
horse-
the
who has
big
a
horse
horse cock?
cock is insecure.
Who has a horse cock?
Toronto, it's the biggest city in Montreal in Canada.
Or it's like the guy with the little dick that drives a pickup truck.
And with that, it's time for the news. Marco. Were you insinuating that everyone who drives a pickup has a small dick?
No, I'm just saying is that it's like the guy who has a small dick and drives a pickup truck.
The grammar is still weird. Isn't that one guy?
Yeah, there's this one guy.
One person in the history of pickup trucks.
It's not. It's
Everyone listening who has a pickup truck is
It's
like,
Napoleon.
"Uh-huh,
It's
not
Napoleon.
me."
It's Napoleon Dynamite syndrome.
Nice. The NBA playoffs. So the NBA playoffs starts off so poorly and so predictably, but every year it seems as though we get these moments. That Kawhi shot,
Yeah, it was nice.
the coolest moment in Raptors history.
The bounces made it what it was. Right?
Well, yeah, but that's it. Like it reminds me of Tiger's Masters putt in 2005, where it like rolled around and then sunk. Like
Okay, I'm gonna say something.
Yeah.
Very maybe not very controversial, but somewhat.
It was lucky?
controversial.
It's
No,
not
no.
that
I mean, 4 bounces. It's kind of lucky, but whatever. It's a good shot. Great shot.
I have actual
The arc-
basketball analysis about
The arc
yes,
was
lucky
amazing.
but go ahead.
Yeah, the arc was amazing on Joel Embiid. Okay, when he went for the block, he just went to go put his hand in his face. Fine.
You don't want
But
to foul him though. That's
You don't want to foul him. Yeah. So, but he looked down. So he wasn't even looking at the ball. He was more scared. He was more scared of where he was gonna land.
So you're saying he's scared?
He was like just looking at where he was gonna land.
So you're saying that Joel Embiid was scared? during
Maybe
that
not
time?
scared of where he was gonna land, but that was what his
He
focus
was
But he
was.
no
didn't
other
want
way he
because
could've
he didn't
defended
want to
that
foul
shot.
Kawhi.
No, because he was going this way. Kawhi was here, so you weren't gonna foul him. But if he
Yeah,
kind of
but the
just
whole,
like
the whole
look-
landing zones thing though,
but
right?
He's also well, so if he lands,
If
what
he lands and then Kawhi lands on top of him,
no. So Kawhi's here. Joel Embiid came this way. He came this way, so he wasn't gonna hit him either way. So he got his hand in his face, but he just like he was kind of looking down like this, but the ball was here. So for me, I'm like, why would you look there? Just look up at the ball at the same time, and then you have more of a reference to maybe get a better shot. Because I feel like Kawhi,
his hand was in great position though. Like it was exactly.
it was
where you
close.
wanted
It was. I'm just saying, it's like I feel like it's such a small thing. I'm just trying to be an asshole.
So like the thing is with regards to Kawhi, the reason why there's yes, it's absolutely luck, but the skill to be able to get to the corner,
Well, look at the clock. Know
Look
how
at
much
the
time
clock.
you have left.
get the ball up over a 7-footer,
Yeah.
shoot it high enough and soft enough to give yourself a chance to not throw an air ball,
That's
to not
it.
completely miss it. And the shot was short, but because of the arc and because of how soft his touch is, it gives the ball a chance to get into the in the
And
basket.
it gave himself a chance to now, instead of a 0% chance of signing in Toronto,
I don't think it's been 0%.
it's a 1% chance.
I disagree.
You've been saying from the start that he's going to stay in Toronto.
Well, so the cool thing about what we've started to do is we've started to talk to people sort of in the know, people who know more than us.
Exactly.
It's not hard to know more than us, but
At least me,
the
anyway.
people we've talked to who are in the know,
Everything's
are
a
saying,
conspiracy
Are
theory.
saying that it's not completely unlikely. First of all, I feel that people don't realize that Toronto is a major market. B, major markets don't even matter
Major
anymore.
market with small dicks. We just established.
yeah,
that.
we know that's for sure.
wasn't it horse dicks?
With
Horse-
small horse sticks.
Horse cocks.
Yeah. But then on top of that, we look at we look at Toronto and we say, okay, well the team's well built.
Yeah.
They're well built because they have good management.
Yeah.
They took the chance on Kawhi, and from what Adrian Wojnarowski was saying is, before the season there was absolutely a 0% chance. When he first got traded, he wasn't interested in going to Toronto.
Yeah.
That said, he said that as the season went on, he enjoyed the organization. He enjoyed the city more than he thought he would. And people saying, "Oh, but Toronto's cold." The thing is,
cold.
these
You
guys
play-
don't live our lifestyles.
That's it,
He's
yeah.
he's not walking. He's not walking to campus here.
He's not shoveling his own fucking
no,
driveway.
no, he doesn't have a driveway. He lives in a high rise somewhere. You know.
So yeah, I get
with
it.
that 2K NBA court.
And in the summer, Toronto's pretty nice. There's a lot of water.
And
you
he
know?
can go to LA in the summer because he doesn't have to live there. He can have more than one house. He's an NBA
And he
star.
also just bought a house in San Diego, so he can do both.
Yeah,
He can do
absolutely.
both. And it's I mean, listen, Toronto's also it's a good market. It's a good team. What's his name? Masai Ujiri, whatever the fuck his name is.
Masai Ujiri.
Masai
Masai.
Ujiri?
Masai.
Masai. So I said it right. So why are you correcting me?
Because then you proceed to say.
I don't know what the fuck his name is, and you
There
should
you
have
go.
said what would you what should
You guys should measure your Torontos.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like they're building something here, and they got him in order to bring more guys in, which is cool. They have a very good roster right now, but I don't think you're gonna sign him. I just don't see him. I don't see him staying, especially if they lose.
But so
They got. I said it
so
last
here's
week. They
the
got to
thing,
make
if
it to
you
the finals.
If you move the name Toronto, and you say low-key superstar plays in decent market, doesn't have competition for stardom, doesn't have to do much for stardom.
But he's not gonna have to do it if he goes to New York. He's not gonna have to do it if he goes.
Well, he
to
will
LA.
in New York, absolutely.
No,
there's
not
not
really.
a situation with more pressure than New York right now.
I guess for basketball, yeah.
Because
Yeah. For the
everyone
Knicks.
wants
For
the
the
Knicks to be
Knicks.
great, right?
For the Knicks, not
Are
Brooklyn.
you guys saying that Kawhi's coming to New York?
No, I'm just saying that if he goes to another team, he's still gonna have the same amount of pressure.
So KD, Kawhi, and Kyrie?
and
None of that's
RJ and
gonna
RJ
happen.
Barrett.
Oh, fuck off!
We'll get to that later.
We'll
get
talk
to
about that later.
But
KD, Kawhi, Kyrie, and RJ. They're never gonna
the
fit.
thing is that the team has assets that they can move to get another big name talent.
Sure.
They clearly get the Valanciunas money. They're going to clear Lowry's money as soon as they can.
Sure.
So it's
And
in a
then
good
you have
spot.
the- but then you
Look,
have,
if this fails, they're still in a good spot because they can start again.
But then who takes Lowry's spot? Van Vliet.
Yeah, I would
Well,
probably.
or
then.
whoever they can trade for, whoever they
get
can
for.
maneuver
I
for.
guess, yeah.
The much taller Mike Conley, for example.
The much taller, yeah.
Much taller. Much taller.
Leaping.
It's just literally the worst.
What's the worst?
It's the worst. It's the worst.
Um,
We're not.
I don't know what
we're
you're.
not
We
gonna
have
get
no
that.
idea what you're
Hey,
talking
we're
about.
not there. We're not yet. Time travel. Stop that.
Time travel.
Not getting.
What are
Durant.
your thoughts about now? Because I know you're a big Yanni fan.
Yes, love.
You guys share a lineage, or
Not really.
partially
Porsche.
an adopted lineage.
My dad and him were born in the same country.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, was he even born in?
He was born in Greece.
He was
yeah.
born in Greece.
His
Okay.
parents immigrated from wherever, Nigeria,
Okay.
I think.
So you very vaguely share a lineage.
We don't.
We don't. Maybe.
Maybe.
Um.
Well, I remember. I think it's on my mom's side. She told me that one of her uncles had married a girl from Africa.
There we go.
But
Oh,
it's not
shit.
blood though. It's not blood.
Shared lineage.
So maybe it's her. Maybe it's him, and we're related. Yanni,
Listen,
give me a call.
Terry first of his name.
Yeah, it's it. Terry first. My name.
The first
Father. The
Vietnamese
father of
named Greek.
of pickup trucks.
Yeah, father of pickup trucks. The thing is,
Eagles. The
Typically-
father of esports.
typically in the NBA, the best player wins, right? That's what we've seen.
Best
Until
player wins what?
The best player wins in basketball, right? The
In
best
what?
in basketball.
But the game. One player wins the game.
The series.
Sure.
So when LeBron was at the top and had the best team, he won.
Nobody's. Yeah. Well, I mean, last year I would say differently, but yeah. Yeah. I see it. I see it.
Well, last year
KD was
Kevin
the best,
Durant
yeah,
won,
I
and
guess. Yeah.
so it's typically what happens in the NBA. The
Yeah,
best,
because it's the most individualistic
Yeah.
team sport. I say it a lot.
absolutely. Where do you think it lies now with the Bucks facing off against the Raptors?
I have no doubt that the Bucks are going to win that series. I have no doubt the Bucks are going to win that series. The reason why is that Kawhi needs to play out of his ass every single game, and he's been showing it. He has to average over 32 points a game in order for them to win. Is he going to be able to average 32 points a game against the Bucks? Is the question. I'm not going to say it's not going to be a tight series. I'm thinking Bucks in 6. I'm closer to that range. Maybe close out a 7th at home, something like that. But
Is this your hate for the Raptors, Taki?
no, honestly, I hate. It's not that I hate the Raptors. I hate the city of Toronto, and I hate the Raptors fans more than anything else.
I know that the regular season generally doesn't mean anything, but
It means absolutely nothing in
it
basketball.
does and it doesn't. But the Bucks have shown to be a very capable team against them.
Yeah.
The Raptors have had a really hard time defending Giannis, and also Brogdon looks pretty healthy.
So has
now,
everybody
so-
else in the league, though. Just to say.
Yeah, and what will happen
But
this
also
series is
they have
Kawhi.
Kawhi, and Kawhi has proven to be just kind of okay against Giannis.
Yeah, because
But
because
it's
but
so
the
like-
Bucks are a lot. I feel like they're better coached, and I think that
Yeah.
they're able to game plan for Kawhi better than the Sixers did. The Sixers relied on their talent as opposed to coaching.
That and the Sixers are a decent team, but can be more easily defended. The pieces can be more easily defended because
Yeah.
Ben Simmons
ISO.
can't shoot. You can literally play 14 feet off of him.
That's it. Yeah.
Joel Embiid missed 2 games.
It's true. It's
Yeah,
tough.
so actually, we were talking about this last week, and I'm wondering what your opinion on this is. So Ben Simmons can't shoot, right?
No.
So what do you do with that? Do you trade him?
You
do you keep
make
him?
him learn how to shoot.
You make him learn how to shoot, just like Zion. You're
But
gonna
how
have to
do
make
you
him
learn how to shoot at this point in your career, where you're already
Well,
in the
like
NBA?
the same
like
way.
Chris Paul.
The same
Like
way.
Chris Paul did.
The
Like-
same
like-
way I picked up golf and became shit.
Yeah.
Where I was really shit before.
So a better reference point is Chris Paul. Chris Paul couldn't shoot. Steve Nash couldn't shoot. When
Yeah,
he got to
it's
the game. LeBron was an awful shooter when he first got to the NBA.
it's true.
But
He's
these guys
just
made commitments.
he just has to put the work in. That's it.
Yeah. The thing out of Philadelphia, however, is Ben Simmons doesn't have the work ethic.
He doesn't. And is Jimmy Butler gonna stay?
Work ethic.
Correct.
That's what they're
Is
saying.
that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
They're saying he's
more in Fortnite
yeah.
than spending a fortnight working on a shot. So there.
But I kind of feel like that's what old people say about video games. Oh, yeah, he can't shoot probably because he's playing Fortnite.
Well, it's probably true. Or I'm-
Unless
or-
it's true though,
or
because it's also possible.
Or I'm playing Madden in NHL.
Yeah.
And there's that other one there, Legend something.
Apex Legends.
I
That's
played it a few times. Not bad. I like that you can slide down mountains. It's fun.
Do you?
That's my
think-
nerdy side. Eagle, good job.
So for years and for the past few years, we've always heard about the East is weaker than the West. The East is weaker than the West. But I had
this year, no.
noticed a shift a couple of years ago, saying, hey, you know what? It's not as bad as it used to be.
Not a couple years ago. This year.
No, but in general, like Giannis has been around as this is his 3rd season.
Yeah.
And like there was things happening. The Sixers project was starting
Mm-hmm.
to come to fruition.
Yeah.
The Raptors have been getting better for years.
Well,
and
they
years
had
and years.
DeMar and Lowry one. That was a nice 1-2
And
punch.
then they make a trade where they get like the first time ever a B- player gets traded for an A+ player.
Is he the best athlete Toronto sports has ever seen?
Yes.
Is he the best Toronto sports
Who's
athlete
close?
ever?
Who's close?
And that's what I'm saying. Is I
Joe
don't s-
Carter,
okay, no. I'm not even thinking. I'm thinking
Matt Sundin.
no. I'm thinking Roy Halladay.
Maybe okay.
I'm thinking
Pure athleticism, maybe Vince Carter, because Vince Carter was a freak athlete.
Roberto Alomar.
Roberto Alomar is good.
Roberto Alomar is a nice one.
That's a good one.
Matt Sundin.
Eh.
Because hockey's a big hockey
It's
town,
just
right?
hard. Hockey's hard to tell because they do
hockey
crazy
players-
shit. So I don't know how to gauge it.
It's
It's
a
like
bunch-
if you give me an American Gladiator, I also don't know where to put him.
So-
I see this athleticism. I just don't know.
Thing about hockey players, a little off topic, is that they have the cardio of a soccer player with the strength and conditioning of a football player, and that's legit. And they're machines, hockey players. Machines.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I just don't know how to gauge that type of athleticism versus
it's different. Yeah, it's for sure
You know,
different.
guys
but,
who jump over other people.
but just to say the level, I think Kawhi. Wow.
I was in a
Maybe I
conversation
need
the
to
other day
drink
where
more of
someone
that
kept calling him
garbage ass
Kawhi.
whiskey. What?
So I was in a conversation yesterday where someone kept calling him Kawhi.
So Kawhi, I think Roberto Alomar, Kawhi, not Joe Carter.
How
Because
about Tim Horton? I mean, on Ranker, he's number 7. So
You went for the
I'm just
joke.
saying.
number
there.
7?
Yeah, he's number 7.
That's because he's Tim Horton. Okay, who's number 1?
In this list, it's only NHL, and it's Matt Sundin.
It's only NHL. Okay, so
And
he's
it's-
the
and
top
it's Dave
7.
Kidd.
What are we talking
And then it's Daryl Sitter.
Daryl Sitter. Okay.
Okay, it's not Daryl Sitter.
It's not Daryl Sitter.
No, it's pretty sad. I was looking at like their top basketball players, and
So
it's
Vince Carter.
not, like,
It's
great.
Vince Carter. It's Kawhi.
DeRozan
Chris-
is number 2. DeRozan is number 2.
No, DeRozan,
But I mean, come
Chris
on,
Well, I mean,
not even
technically,
close.
technically, Hakeem Olajuwon played for the Raptors, but
He did.
no, well, it was like Shaq, the Celtics Shaq here. Like,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he played for Toronto.
yeah, it
So
was.
I'm gonna say this is my
didn't
top
pay off.
5 Toronto basketball players ever. Kawhi number 1.
Why are we doing this?
Chris Bosh
Why
number
are we
2.
ranking?
I'm just saying. Chris Bosh number 2.
Well, okay, Chris Bosh. Well,
Yeah.
Had he not had Chris Bosh, and I've said this many times,
Yeah.
and people in the know have agreed with me,
Yeah.
and people who are Toronto fans, to your credit, Terry, they're dumb. They don't know. They're just bitter because he left. Had Chris Bosh stayed healthy, he
Yeah.
absolutely would have been a Hall of Famer.
I think so too. Yeah,
100%.
we had this conversation with Carlin Gray, episode 18, I think it was. But yeah,
So maybe Chris Bosh.
Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, and then DeMar DeRozan. Those are the 5.
Tracy McGrady just never struck me as a particularly great athlete.
No, he was a guy. He was a great athlete who just didn't really care as much as everybody.
Yeah,
else did.
maybe that's it.
He just
like-
seemed like I'm gonna go out and one
like-
game. He's like the Alex Kovalev.
but like, for example, when you see Vince Carter literally jump over a dude in the Olympics.
Yeah, exactly.
And the sport he's playing isn't like one of the jumping sports. It's basketball, you know. So
Let's go to the West.
the biggest challenges right now are actually from the East. Do you think the Blazers have a chance?
I think they do have a chance because
no, not
How?
at all.
okay,
KD's coming back.
okay, so okay about that. They don't want him to come back.
No, I don't think so either.
You know why they don't want to come back? They're 28-1 without him.
That's true.
Yeah, but
28-1.
when they have him, they have the best basketball player on the planet.
Not my top 5.
You're wrong, though. You're simply wrong.
Well, he's gonna be top 5 if he comes to the Knicks.
Again, no, I'm kidding. I'm just a big hater of KD. I can't stand him. But 28-1 without him.
Mm-hmm.
Just to say.
But okay,
The reason why is Curry's the leader of that team, right? Whatever he says goes. And I think that if KD comes there, he demands a lot of attention.
that's
And it takes away
reason.
from the whole
the
play.
reason the reason they brought KD over when they already had this team established
Yeah.
was very simple. Was at the end of the game, it's not always easy for Steph Curry to get a shot.
To get open, yeah, for sure.
Clay Thompson, same thing.
Did you see the
KD
breakdown that Kobe
can
did?
create his own shot.
Did you see what Kobe did? The breakdown on the how they play. He does this thing on ESPN, and he broke down like a play, and how they had to get people open. Genius,
Yeah.
genius.
Oh,
But,
I know.
but they have to do so many things to get one person open, which
The
is to
scheming
your
is out
point.
of this world. It's the opposite of what the Rockets do. To be fair.
No, but to your point though, they do a lot of things just to get guys open, which is amazing
and
because you have to.
the guys they have. So you have that, and then you have a guy who at any time can just stop, rise up over you,
Yeah.
no matter who you are, and put
Yeah.
the shot in over you
At 6'9",
from anywhere
At 6'9", hit anywhere. Yeah, for sure.
with the longest wingspan ever.
So I love what Portland's been doing. CJ McCollum had a great series. Obviously, you can't say enough about what Damian Lillard has been doing all playoffs.
No, but they've completely neutralized them, and they always do this to them.
Yeah.
Like Portland will forever be, they'll forever be the Golden State Warriors B team. You know, like they have that same kind of style of a team, but their backcourt does not even compare.
So okay, if the Trailblazers they had a glitch right now in the
they're
system,
like the little brother that just keeps getting beaten
if they had
up.
a glitch in the system right now where the NBA is like you're allowed to take any player in the league to help you beat Golden State, who would they take?
Can it take KD
No, you can't. You can't take a player that's currently playing.
Probably LeBron if LeBron's healthy, man. Why
or
not?
Kawhi?
Okay.
he's
No,
the
he
only
can't be
guy
playing. He's already
can't be
playing.
playing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess LeBron.
Could be LeBron.
J.R. Smith.
You think LeBron is the key?
Yeah, sure.
He does so many things.
No,
and
I think they
Well,
need.
who else?
I think Anthony Davis would
who
be
else-
the
who
answer.
else has
Maybe,
done anything?
but
Anthony Davis is the
Anthony
answer
Davis not bad.
because he replaces
the
who
thing is,
Cantor.
you need someone who could defend on the switches. So a guy like Kawhi is very valuable.
But the fact that they lost, what's his name, Nurkic?
Yes,
Nurkic.
Nurkic. They would probably say him. They would probably say he's
for
the missing
sure.
piece.
But I'm saying, so you need to replace that type of player. You have Enes Cantor there. Love him,
who's going to be useless in the series?
love him,
There's nothing he can do.
but he's not that
There's
good.
nothing he can do in the series.
Love the guy. He's going to be a great personality on Barstool one day, but at the end of the day, I don't think he has it.
Well, he's more of an offensive player. He's on
No, but
defense,
yeah,
on defense,
exactly.
He's a turnstile.
But that's
for
what I'm
sure.
saying is that they don't really have the pieces around. They're really isolated at those two spots. That's CJ and Dame.
Yeah.
That's it.
And, well, looks like Jennifer was full of shit. And on to the NHL. Blues and Sharks 1-1.
Yeah, amazing.
I'm actually enjoying the series a lot.
It's the best series that you could ask for at the beginning of the playoffs. If anybody said, what series would you want to make the Stanley Cup Finals, it would have to be San Jose against St. Louis or St. Louis against Boston. You know what I mean? Like that looks like what's going to happen.
Timo Meyer had two goals and
Yeah.
an assist last night.
He's unbelievable.
And he's like the forgotten guy on the Sharks just because
Yeah.
of how many big
he's-
names there are.
It's
But
not
he's
necess-
awesome.
Yeah, it's not necessarily that he's forgotten. I mean, in the NHL playoffs, there's always these random guys that show up not out of nowhere, but like guys that you wouldn't really expect. Thomas Hertl's made a career out of doing that, and he plays for the Sharks. Timo Meyer's becoming that guy. For St. Louis, I mean, Bobby fucking Bobo Bertuzzo is the guy that scores for Philadelphia. It's all over the place, and I feel like the NHL's become that. And Timo Meyer, who is gonna be one of the better players in this league in a couple of years, he's still very young. I'm not surprised, man. And I love what the Sharks are doing. I love what St. Louis is doing. I'm rooting for the Sharks because there's so many guys in that team that I want them to finally win a Stanley Cup. I want Carlson to win a Stanley Cup and retire because it's really bad watching him skate because he's
Like Dirk Nowitzki.
kind of, yeah, but except
Yeah.
he's slowed down his game and he's able to stretch passes and that stuff. But he's not the same flashy Eric Carlson that we saw coming through the neutral zone.
I feel like when guys reach that age, and like the same was true of Dirk Nowitzki, is like
yeah,
they just look like they're in pain all the time. Like you just
but
for the
he
quality
is,
of
his,
life you want
his,
them to
his
retire.
groin is destroyed.
Yeah.
And they said that if they don't win this year, that he might take a full year off, sign somewhere, take a full year off, and nurse all his injuries and come back. But like honestly, and if he wins, he might retire. Like that's how bad it is.
Well, I mean, he's not a young man either at this point.
You
I
know,
mean,
he's-
for the
he's-
NHL.
what, he's 30 years old and he's at that
Is he?
point. Yeah,
I
he's
thought he was
young,
older.
man.
You,
He's younger than me. that's for
Research.
sure.
How old is Eric Carlson?
He's younger than me for sure. 30, 31.
Who's going to be if the St. Louis Blues make the finals?
Yeah.
Who will be the guy who gets them there?
It has to be Binnington. Binnington.
Not Maroon? Patrick Maroon too. Patrick Maroon's been
28?
awesome, man.
He's 28. There you go. He's younger.
Oh,
than
yeah,
me.
But he's been playing for. It feels like he's been.
No,
playing
he's been
forever.
playing since he got drafted. 10 years in the NHL. Yeah. So Pat Maroon, you think Pat Maroon's the guy to bring them to the fucking Stanley Cup Finals?
No, I don't. But I feel like
He got a lucky ass fucking goal in Game 7.
I feel like every game I find he
It's
brings
not
a different level.
The answer is not Pat Maroon. The answer is if it's anybody offensively for St. Louis, you have to look at guys like Schwartz. You have to look at guys like Krejci. Yeah, that's it. Those are the guys, man.
And obviously Binnington, of course. Yeah,
Binnington, because he needs to shut the door down because they're able to score. San
and
Jose is able to
exceptional,
score.
probably the best goalie in the NHL.
Yeah,
playoffs.
he's been the best goalie since
Well, even Tuukka's been
he
amazing,
took
though.
over Jake Allen's spot.
Tuukka's a straight animal, though.
But that's it. He's been the best goalie since he took over Jake Allen's spot.
Would you rather have Binnington or Tuukka Rask in the final?
Tuukka Rask.
Yeah, man, come on.
I'd rather have Martin Jones right now. Fuck that. And
So-
you know what? For me, San Jose is the team to beat.
So Boston's up 3-0.
Yeah,
I
I'm
remember
not
we
surprised with
started talking about the NHL playoffs on this show.
bunch of jerks.
I was the one who was like, yeah, I think Boston. You guys kept hammering me like,
No,
they
no.
got one
I was-
line. They got one line. Blah
No.
blah blah blah.
No, not me.
Someone came at me with they got one line.
Probably him.
Jerk face. You're a jerk. What are you from
No,
Carolina?
I would never say that about
That is
Boston.
totally your line.
I'm gonna find.
I said that
clip.
about Colorado. Not about Boston.
maybe.
I would
Okay.
never say that about Boston.
All good. All good.
I'm gonna find that clip. We're gonna replay it.
Oh,
and
fuck.
You're gonna look like a
Never
jackass.
gonna
No,
find
dig,
it. You're
dig.
never gonna find it.
Okay, what do I get when you're wrong? Because I said it about Colorado a lot.
Hot sauce bet.
Yeah, but okay. First
Yeah.
of all, no one's gonna do the research. None of us have time. So
one of our 7 viewers.
How about this? I just checked. I'm right.
Okay, what's my punishment? Go fuck yourself. No. I used to say it about
Whoa,
Colorado.
your
a lot.
punishment is to watch him fucking himself.
So if I hated on anything Boston related, it was Tuukka. But Tuukka's been playing really good, and so I'm a believer now. So that's it. But I really think San Jose's year. I really do.
All right.
They're playing with like a different edge. Pavelski coming back is unbelievable. Logan Couture, I feel like there's nobody stopping him.
He had a huge goal last night.
Huge goal. Joe Thornton, unreal. Brent Burns, best D. Carlson, Timo Meyer, Thomas Hurdle. Can I jerk off out even louder? Like, it's unbelievable.
You can.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't stop you. It's basically, look, this is your show as much as it's mine. If you want to jerk off loudly, feel free. The Jets continue to be the Jets. The New York Jets of football. They fire Mike McGann, the VP of Player Personnel, and Brian. I can't even say his name.
Herman Meyer or something like that. I don't even know.
Kieran Ming.
Herman Meyer Flask.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's add words.
They fired two old white guys.
That's it.
But essentially, they fired the GM and VP of Player Personnel after hiring Adam Gase. Adam Gase now takes over as the GM.
Yes.
So a guy who did an incompetent job of coaching in Miami
Yeah.
now has more responsibility. Failing upwards is the way to go.
So I actually have money on the Jets winning that division. I put a random bet. Now that happened, I'm going to cancel that bet live as we talk.
Well, it seems bizarre that you would fire your GM after the draft. So you let him make decisions for the team, and you're like, you know what? You did a shit job. Leave immediately. Does anyone else find this to be a strange timeline for the Jets to make that kind of move?
Well, it's a very Jets thing.
Yeah.
So I'll say that. I do have to say that doesn't make any sense that they're doing it at this moment. But maybe they're just they feel like, look, they've done what they could. That's the roster. And maybe they've found someone else they want to replace him with. I don't know. It's just so strange. I've never heard that happen this time.
Actually, I just realized I only put $20 on it. So if I put $20, I win 154. I'm going to keep it.
Yeah, right.
You never know. Brady might get injured.
Worst case, we'll update it every week of the NFL season, and we'll laugh at you.
That's it. Absolutely.
But you're not the one we're going to laugh at this week.
Who's laughing?
We're laughing at one person in this room.
Eagle?
And we have a soundtrack. We have a soundtrack to this. We have many different voices reacting to this. The first voice we have is, of course, none other than the GOAT himself, Stephen A. Smith.
Damn!
There we go.
Damn it! Damn it! Typical Knicks, man.
Oh, they don't
I knew it.
control it.
They get close.
Don't get it.
They tease us. Then they wouldn't get it done. Ow! 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 Ow!
It really sounds like he's jerking off very loud.
So, That's the thing I kept reacting to is like they know they can't control the lottery.
They can't
right?
control it, but it's like, explain it to us as a sobbing Knicks fan. Explain it to us.
It was a really weird night. It completely ruined everything.
No, but
After that happened, I literally closed the TV and I went to bed.
Explain the reaction from Knicks fans out of something you can't control.
Well, the
You also
fact
didn't
is-
go to bed. You text us for hours.
Yeah,
after.
yeah.
I did,
This
I
is
did.
fucking ridiculous.
But from my bed, look,
Because you can't catch a break.
yeah, but
You
it's
play in
not
one of the
just that,
biggest
it's-
markets ever. You should be able to bring in free agents.
I found myself.
These are the Knicks fans reacting.
No,
They're so happy the Lakers got fourth. So like these shit people are celebrating at the misfortune of others. Moments before,
they have a draft lottery party. These guys.
Yeah.
there's nothing. There's clearly nothing.
You don't understand the moment where the Lakers got the number 4 pick. It was maybe the happiest I ever been in the past 10 years.
Why?
Because they haven't accomplished anything. That was the one thing we were hoping for. Was Zion. And after Zion, it's basically Ja Morant.
But why did you want the Lakers to?
Yeah.
No, because not the Lakers, sorry, but once we knew we were in the top 5, it was, and also it's because they cut the commercial right after too. So the way they did it was awful.
And now the stunned silence as the Knicks fans realize.
What do you mean the way they
have
did
a
it was
third pick.
awful?
The way the draft was laid out was that you'll do all the picks, and before you get to the top 5, there's this really long, stupid commercial break that happens.
Okay.
And you come back and you're all excited. You're like, yeah, finally we're gonna get Zion, because the thing too is the percentage chance we had was, I think, 14%. It was tied with 2 other teams, and none of them got the number 1 pick. And also the thing too is we always
why you have a
focus on
lottery.
14%, but it's like 86% chance that you're gonna lose. You know, like you're gonna lose that. You're not gonna get the number 1
Doesn't
pick.
really work that way.
Doesn't work that way. Yeah.
But look, it's really a 2-player draft.
I think we were both looked at equally as stunned.
I'm trying to find something, man. I found myself looking at RJ Barrett
It's
highlights
not
last
just two
night.
outcomes. This is why it's not 86%.
I was looking at RJ Barrett highlights in bed, and I was just trying to hope to feel better. But this was really a 2-man draft, man. It's either Zion or Ja Morant. The other ones are okay, but those 2 are going to be stars.
Yeah.
And RJ Barrett, look at what happened when Zion went out. The dude couldn't do anything, and RJ Barrett couldn't be the main guy. When Zion is in, he's a full train ahead. He can hit any shot he wants. He's a perfect player. And like, you had it in your head that he would be wearing a Knicks jersey. It was fantastic. But it's such an awkward fucking broadcast from the beginning to the start.
I would never watch that shit.
Yeah, I
Well, it's
just
because
read
it was
the
before
article.
the Warriors game. They literally put it right before, so you had to see
it's
it.
like Bill Burr's skit when he talks about watching the actual draft. It's like, why would you sit down and watch it? The
can I
next day, the list is going to be ready for you.
Can I
Not
just
next
say?
day, immediately after.
Can I just say something about drafts in general? First of all, lottery draft.
Having said this,
find it really
sorry,
annoying.
saying this, I watched almost the entire NFL draft. Go.
But my thing about is that so you're the greatest player in college, and you get rewarded with playing with the worst team.
I mean, he's gonna get to play with
Okay,
Anthony
but
Davis.
look at it this
You're
way.
getting
He had-
rewarded by getting millions and millions
Okay,
and
but
millions.
you're also stuck playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You're not stuck
the
playing with
Suns.
anything.
Well, now you're obviously with the Pelicans. Let's see how that
But
how that turns out.
theoretically,
You
these
haven't-
guys
they-
make
they-
these-
you know what I mean with
your
Anthony
mentality.
Davis.
Your mentality
All
is
three
as
teams
a
terrible.
pundit.
You're gonna
it's-
work for James Dolan, which
No.
is a terrible.
Your mentality is as a pundit, as a fan. It's not as an athlete. It's they don't give a fuck. Because if
He
you're
clearly looked like
the
he
only
gets
people
depressed.
that
New
gave a
Orleans.
shit were Eli Manning.
He looks so depressed, by the way.
Gets to play
Zion
New
looks so
Orleans, He gets
depressed.
to play with Anthony Davis.
yeah.
But
Well,
with
we
my-
don't know yet.
but my-
yeah.
Well, but that's the thing. This might get Anthony Davis to stay now because now there's a second piece.
no, he says he still wants out.
My point about this is that okay, so you're great in college. You're the greatest athlete. You're basically the greatest. If it was anything else, you'd be able to sign with whatever.
Okay,
team
what
you
about
want.
what about LeBron? Went to Cleveland.
I get that, but that's not my point. Is that you get drafted into a team and you're stuck with that team. You're stuck with that terrible management, regardless of how.
What
it
about
goes.
Vince Carter? He went to Toronto when it was shit.
Yes, but that was that. And what I'm talking about is that when you're drafted into the NFL, into the NBA, you have no choice. You're stuck with that
Yeah.
with that decision. I feel like that's a terrible.
So okay, so I'm gonna reward you by being you're the number 1 pick. I'm gonna reward you by selecting where you pick based on how big the market is. So basically,
I'm
also,
just saying it should be a free market and a player should
Yeah,
be able to.
it is
decide
a
where
free
the fuck
market.
they
I don't
wanna
disagree
go.
with that.
That's
I
all.
think-
Just all I'm saying.
I don't understand why they just don't go into free agency to begin with. And
By the way,
just sign to
none of
whatever.
this bothered me until yesterday because
No.
I love drafts.
no,
You
no,
know?
it doesn't work. You can't work that way.
You can actually. It does in soccer.
So,
You
no,
buy the rights to someone for when
Oh,
they're like 9
yeah,
years
but
old.
They get them
There
when
were
they're
It's
young.
amazing.
there
It's
were-
ownership.
There were priests.
But look at the
there
problem in
were-
soccer though. Look at the problem in soccer. The problem in soccer is that if they don't do it in the MLS, they do it in Europe and everywhere else in the world. But the problem in soccer is that they're the top teams. We'll get into it later about Prem, but there's the top teams, then there's the bottom teams.
What's wrong with that?
But
If
it's
you
always
suck,
the
you
same-
suck.
It's always the same teams.
Except for Arsenal.
I mean,
Just my fucking luck.
it's been the
Raiders
Yankees
suck.
for most of the time. It's been the Montreal Canadiens for most of the time. It's been the New England Patriots for currently.
But this is-
it's still like that now.
But this is part of every CBA in North American sports, and the reason is because ownership. It's for ownership.
Yeah,
It's not necessarily for
it's
the
not
players.
for fans. It's not for players.
But if you look at there's hundreds of examples of guys going to shit markets and building that team to what they are.
Well-
I.e. LeBron, like I said, Vince Carter made
But
Toronto
we're
basketball.
getting away from the point here. Zion needed to go to New York last night.
No, he
And it
didn't
just
need to go to
fucking
New York.
happen. He ends up with the
His
fucking
dream is to
Pelicans.
play in the
They're gonna
NBA,
ruin his
not to
career.
play for the
They're
New York
gonna
Knicks.
ruin his career. They're gonna ruin his career.
Where's he from? What area is he from?
I don't remember.
Didn't we discuss this? Like,
Good thing your laptop's closed.
Well, I'm trying to talk about Zion here, right?
The one job.
But just to say, he's
the
not.
Pelicans.
He's not from New York. He's not from Harlem.
The Pelicans have found a
Wonder
way.
why you went Harlem.
The Pelicans have found a way to
know, that's the
fuck
first thing I thought of.
to screw up everything and manage to get the two like most generational players, most generational talents, the most recent generational talents, Anthony Davis and Zion Williamson. Those are the two greatest players.
So what's your complaint?
What are you talking about? What's my complaint? He didn't go to New York. I want him to go to New York. I was sad about it.
So as a fan, you want him to go to New York.
Anthony
Of
Davis
course
is from
I
Chicago,
do.
by the way.
No,
Anthony Davis from Chicago. Where's Zion
Zion
from?
Williamson?
Zion Williamson from North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Is he from North Carolina?
There's no teams in North Carolina.
I get
Well,
that.
Charlotte.
Just saying that he was. I
Bobcats.
feel like he
They
wanted
still
to go to New York.
exist?
Yes.
So why shouldn't
But
he go to Charlotte?
you're telling me that you wanted it, that it's okay that he's with the Pelicans, a team
Yes,
you're
it's
never gonna watch.
obviously okay.
He's
Absolutely.
gonna be playing late at night. No,
No.
one's gonna ever want to watch
no,
the
that's
Pelicans.
the thing. That's the thing.
They're not a West Coast team. Also,
That's
Wait
the
a
thing.
Are
second.
they a West Coast team?
No.
No, they're an East Coast team.
Okay, we're talking to each other.
I'm
That's
never
the
gonna
thing.
watch them.
That's the
My
thing.
God.
That's
Never
the-
gonna watch the Pelicans.
That's the thing, David, whatever the fuck you like to call yourself nowadays, is that we're gonna watch. Maybe not us specifically.
No, I will now.
But people will watch because
I know I will. Yeah.
that's what the whole thing about the NBA is, that you have to, when you get drafted to the shit team, so it balances everything out.
But wait, when it comes to this, the thing that was the most heartbreaking about it was that just before the draft, it was the Knicks were apparently interested in trading that pick for Anthony Davis. And so
Okay,
now
so
you get
you-
the third
okay,
pick,
we
and
need
on
to-
top of that, you can't even trade for
We
Anthony
need-
Davis
we
because they
need-
have both
okay.
players.
All right, here we're
on the
gonna.
same team.
We really need to
It's a
cut this
goddamn
conversation.
conspiracy. There's a conspiracy.
The conspiracy is because you're a fucking shit Knicks fan.
Terrible
Am I
team.
complaining as a Pacers fan
Terrible
that I didn't get
fucking
into the
team.
lottery? No.
So I mean, I guess what you mean is that they're in the Western Conference,
Right.
So they play games in the Western Conference.
Eagle has to
Because
be the voice of reason
is
here.
like it's just an
Are they
hour.
Western? They're a Western Conference team, right?
Yeah, but like they're not really.
They're not really a
They're not
West
really in
Coast
the
team
West.
city,
Yeah.
right? So just
Exactly.
I guess because
What
of
do you
the
want?
flights, whatever.
I think what we're all getting at is nobody cared about the Pelicans even with Anthony Davis on it.
Yeah.
And with Zion,
I mean, okay,
people
so-
still won't care
So
about the
I
Pelicans.
went.
No,
I
they're
went
gonna
to
care.
see a Pelicans game because Anthony Davis was there, and
But I bet you they're
No one watches the
he
Pelicans.
got hurt 5 minutes in as I got to the game, and then I saw 0 minutes of Anthony Davis. It was the worst thing I'd ever watched.
The
So-
Knicks
it was the
suck.
Atlanta Hawks.
Always on TV.
I
And the
bet you,
Pelicans.
I bet you that the Pelicans viewership doubled by 50% when they got Anthony
So
Davis.
14 people.
Yes. So
It's
now
not the same market.
I
New York
don't-
is always on TV. It's a perfect
I
situation.
don't. A perfect situation for who, David?
What do you keep calling me David? It's
That's
so
just-
weird.
It's just what it is.
It's look.
It's like
who?
mom's getting mad at
Made
you.
the most sense. I'm not
Perfect
over it.
situation
I'm
for
not over
who?
it.
For who?
For the Knicks, for the
For the
NBA.
for the Knicks. For the Knicks.
Just
So-
he fits so perfectly, and RJ Barrett might fit
For the
well.
Knicks.
I mean, RJ Barrett was is a
RJ Barrett,
great
to me, I
shooter.
think he's going to have a better career than Zion is. That's
No,
my,
he won't.
That's
No,
my
he
personal
won't. No, he
opinion.
won't. It was a
It's
two-guy
my-
draft. It's a two-person draft. Everyone else won't be anywhere close.
It's my personal opinion. RJ Barrett's going to have a better career than Zion.
Well, we heard the voice of New York Knicks fans. We're gonna get the voice,
voice of
of the
reason.
future of comedy of New York City with Akeem Hoyt Charles, who's joining us next
And we're 10 minutes late.
after this.
Okay. So, Akeem, we're joined by
sing
Akeem.
along.
Akeem, I'm going to explain to you what happened in our previous segment. Duke is trying to explain to us that it's not fair that Zion didn't get that the Knicks didn't get number 1 pick, and he's going to go to the Pelicans because nobody's going to watch the Pelicans.
Yes.
We're talking about Duke to school, right?
No, we're
No,
talking about
uh,
Duke David.
Yeah,
Our,
sorry.
our graphic designer
that's
guy,
me, that's me.
producer guy
All right,
that has his laptop closed.
got you.
So,
I'm like, what? Dude, I was like, the university's getting mad. Like, they're that upset? Like, God damn.
so we're joined by Akeem Hoyt Charles, stand-up comedian extraordinaire.
We
What's
just,
up?
We just haven't had anything to cheer about. It hasn't been. We haven't had any any noticeable talent or any kind of highlights recently. Basically, the last
When
player
you
that
say
we had
we,
was
you
any
mean
good.
Knicks.
Yes, and the last time the Knicks were kind of watchable was when Carmelo was there. Like I can't think of another time.
Who in the room is a Knicks fan?
I am.
Duke is David.
I mean,
That's
it's okay.
why
I'm
you're
not mad,
upset. You're
but-
butthurt. It's okay.
Yeah,
You're
for sure.
butthurt.
I am. I'll be the first one to admit it.
It's,
That's
it's
what I'm
all
saying.
that's happening.
Yeah, of course.
You're only
Can I
butthurt
ask
about
you
this.
a question though? Can I
Yeah.
ask you a question?
Yeah.
From a scale from 1 to 11, what was the scale of excitement when you saw the Lakers go fourth?
I was so excited. I was.
And then
I was
how
gonna wet
far
my
did
pants.
that drop come? You guys went third.
So what I was telling the guys was that there was a stupid commercial break at one point, and then they cut back. Like it was a so long commercial break. It was like 2 minutes and a half. They get back. The Lakers choose. They get the fourth pick. I'm ecstatic, and then right after, boom, the
Yep.
Knicks come out. And I had the back of my mind. I told my wife. I said something bad's about to happen.
What do you think about that, Akeem?
Well, I knew for a fact that was going to happen. I played this whole out. I knew that the Knicks were coming in third. But as soon as they did the commercial break, when they did, I knew you guys weren't getting Zion. It's not a movie. This ain't no reality TV show. Why you putting? This is the most highly anticipated draft in God knows since probably LeBron.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So why the hell are you treating this like a telenovela? Why is it a reality TV show? Like, why are you putting commercials and not even like at fifth where it makes sense? Like, at least if you go commercials in increments of 5, you did this at the before the fourth. Come on, son. I knew some drama was about to happen.
100%. It's true. If you look about it that way, I didn't watch it because I don't give a fuck about this stuff. I don't care what I watch.
So funny.
We've
So
established. Akeem, you've been living in New York. You must know a lot of people in the city. What was your timeline like last night when that happened?
Actually, I've been home for a little bit now. You guys are sitting there. I've been low key.
All right.
I've been home for a little bit, but
I knew.
But
Inside info.
I know my New Yorker friends. They're very upset. Like, they got the wrong Duke player. They're pretty upset. After what's his name got drafted, Jones.
Yeah.
They're like, okay,
Yeah.
right, well, like, all right. Clearly the NFL and the NBA in New York is doing some shit, right? We got to give something up in order for us to get Zion. So they're trying to give up. They gave up Odell, right? They're trying to get Eli out of there. You know what I mean? So they're trying to give up everything they possibly get Zion, and then it screwed up for them. And now they got this bum, Daniel Jones. So I know they're pretty upset that everyone kept saying they got the wrong Duke player, but I think this is great. Personally, I would love to live in New Orleans. New Orleans is great. They got great food.
Open container city.
People.
You
It's
can
a
drink in the
phenomenal
street.
city.
Fucking love
It's
that.
a phenomenal city.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal city. And they don't got snow, so you chilling. So you
but they
chilling.
got,
And you don't want to
got alligators and stuff.
That said,
But
it floods badly enough because it's essentially built on like swampland.
Swampland, yeah.
The
Right.
bodies will literally come out of the graves and flow through the city. It's pretty terrible.
Well,
and go watch Zion play. And
Yeah.
find a way to
They'll
go
get
watch
there.
him.
Yes, someone's got to watch them play because no one's gonna watch the Pelicans play. No
Okay, so
It's-
my point to you was that people will now because it's Zion.
one. No one watched when Anthony Davis was there.
It's because Anthony Davis wasn't as hyped as
Anthony
Zion was.
Anthony Davis was nowhere near the hype as Zion was. Are you kidding me?
Plus, the unibrough's disgusting.
Yeah.
Stop.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The second Zion was a
Pluck that
freshman
shit.
in high school, dunking on them little white kids, right?
It made it that more impressive, right? Like, the
Like, are you
the
kidding
shitty
me?
competition made it more impressive.
Oh, it's so funny. There's this comedian, I forget the name, and I forget his name, but he talks about how I saw him in Vancouver, and he talks about how if you're upset, if racism in 2019 upsets you, just go watch Zion Williamson's high
saw
school
that.
basketball game,
Yeah.
and and that will make you like, you know what? I'm happy. That will give you all the satisfaction you need. This guy dunking on all these poor little white kids, but he's been the most like we've been waiting for this since he graduated, like since he got into high school, right?
It
So no
reminds
matter
me-
where he goes, people are gonna. It's just funny how the Knicks thought they had this recipe for success after being shit forever, prematurely getting rid of Melo. In my opinion, they thought they were gonna get Kyrie.
Well,
They
he
thought
might
they
still
were
come.
gonna get Zion.
He might
Who
still
else is
come.
Yeah, but no. But they thought they were getting a trifecta.
Yeah, exactly.
We might still.
Like-
It reminds me of that movie
Like-
43 scene. Man.
But so here's the thing: is like, what is it though about Knicks fans specifically? Like, why do they think they deserve?
Yeah, yeah.
To
They're
like,
all
what in the last
my-
20 years make you think you deserve anything?
Yeah, fuck
You've been
you.
shit for
Let me
20
tell you something.
years.
Let me tell you something. New Yorkers, period, no matter what it is, no matter what sport, no matter what field, they are the most entitled people on the
Yeah.
face of underneath LA. Underneath LA. I love New York. I love it to death. One of my favorite places in the world.
Same here.
But these people live in fucking I can't cuss. These people live
Yeah,
in
you can, it's
dreamland.
fine,
Yeah, you can.
Okay? They,
Yeah, of course.
these
Yeah,
people
fuck
live in
ass,
fucking
fuck.
dreamland.
Dude,
They don't make
he
any
would look
goddamn
so good.
sense.
He would look
They live
so
in a
good
world-
in Knicks jersey.
They live in a world where they're like, listen, they're the only people that are convinced that if somebody says something, they will make up any excuse, and they're convinced you can't tell them nothing. New York and LA it's crazy, and everyone believes they're bigger than what they are. I remember going to eat a taco truck in New York, and the lady asked me, like, "Do you want this for here to go?" I was like, "Excuse me, there's nothing but sidewalk behind me. What the hell are you talking about for here to go?" Like,
Where am I going?
am I gonna eat? Where am I else am I gonna eat this? Like, what the hell's wrong with you? They're
That's-
so
Where-
so lost. So
Yeah,
that's why
they don't know what's going
that's why when I didn't even care where Zion went, to be honest with you. I really didn't care because I watched the games from the comfort of my own home. So it really doesn't matter where he is. I just find it hilarious how New Yorkers thought that they were so set on getting him, and then this just bomb dropped on him.
I will say that one of the best tacos I've had in my lifetime was in Brooklyn. It was a tongue taco.
Tongue?
It was the first time a taco tasted me back.
What's a tongue?
What?
Tongue of what?
Cow.
Oh, nice. I've had that before, but not in a taco.
I had a taco. It was good.
All right, Akeem. So,
It was very Brooklyn.
so you're basically saying that Duke is a
Very
butthurt
gross.
Knicks fan, as the rest of these fucking New Yorkers are,
It's the worst.
Right.
and that's
The
it.
Pelicans of all
So
teams.
my thing to you, Akeem, is that so now the Knicks, fuck them. Zion goes to New Orleans. We assume, right? We're assuming. I think it's 99.9% of the time. Does AD leave?
I don't see why he would.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there were talks before this whole Zion because no one thought that New Orleans was going to get the number one pick. So I know there were talks about him leaving. He was talking about going to LA, but everybody that's just LA's the new Golden State right now. Like everybody wants to go to LA because of LeBron. Yeah, everybody wants to go to LA because of LeBron now. But I mean, I wouldn't personally. I think with Zion there, it's the perfect opportunity to finally get a championship.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
I
think so, too.
don't see why. I hope he doesn't leave. I know they're not going to be able to give him a max contract. That's
Once
damn
and
sure.
you have a potential superstar
Yeah.
playing on a rookie contract,
There's a
while
lot
you
of
still have a
draft
young superstar, Anthony Davis, who's not even 24 yet.
Yeah.
So definitely some interesting things. But Akeem, to me, what's more interesting than the whole Pelican situation is, I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, but you're a comedian, you're a funny guy. Now having been to New York and back, give us like your top reasons of why New Yorkers ain't shit.
Why New Yorkers ain't shit?
Yeah.
God damn.
Compared to
Too many friends
Montrealers.
that- You gonna get me compared to Montreal? Oh shit. Why? Top 3 reasons why New Yorkers ain't shit. 1, they live in La La Land, and that street meat. Although some places are good, most places ain't shit.
Oh, most of them give you fucking gastro, man.
The Bronx has by far the craziest people that I've probably ever met in my life.
Oh yeah.
100%. And I'll go a third back to the Bronx. The Bronx women, they talk just like me.
Where did you? So you lived in the Bronx when you lived in New York?
No, Brooklyn. My grandmother
Brooklyn.
my grandmother's based in Brooklyn. Yeah,
Ah,
but the
shit.
Bronx. But I prefer. I don't go past Manhattan, because like it goes once you enter into the island of New York, it goes Bronx, Manhattan.
Yeah.
Then you have Brooklyn and Queens, right there, and then Long Island. But nobody goes to Long Island.
Nope.
But
Well, I mean,
but yeah,
nobody leaves Long
you
Island
need, you
either.
need to catch that bus so early, and then you can't get back. So there's not a reason to go to Long Island unless you
You're
just live
stuck.
in Long Island and need to get out.
Exactly. Like no one's like they literally stuck. They had an idea to build a suburb, and I'm like, okay, we're not going to put a suburb in each borough. We're just going to put one big suburb as its own borough.
Yeah,
And
'cause
like,
we need to sell SUVs somewhere, so we'll
Pretty
put
much.
it out in Long Island.
That's it.
pretty much. Like I remember Googling, looking up how much an Uber was to get from Queens to Long Island. I think it was like $300.
Yeah,
What?
fuck
And
that.
that
Go,
was cheap.
go to Connecticut; it'll be cheaper.
Why?
Yeah,
Right. right? That's
Why?
what I'm saying.
It's so
But
far. It's so far the traffic's done.
far. It's far.
You have
It's
to
far.
pay a driver.
By the tram,
You need to convince the driver
the
to get
tram
you
alone is
there.
like an hour. The
Yeah.
tram alone, like the Via Rail, their version of a Via Rail is like an hour.
That's why nobody fucking wants to play for the Islanders.
What was your worst? What was your worst hungover story in New York City?
Oh,
My worst hangover story.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I'll preface with mine, so that way, like, I'll buy you some time, filibuster. I decided with a friend of mine that it'd be a great idea to go out to Coney Island in the morning after spending a night drinking. Coney Island's terrible.
Yeah.
It's more terrible in the morning, and it's most terrible if you spend the entire night puking your brains out.
I don't do touristy
Absolutely.
shit when I go to New York.
No, you don't want to do touristy shit. You want to go to those low key clubs in Brooklyn
it.
and all that stuff. Those are fun. Go to Smack, the Mac and Cheese place. That place is dope. There's only 2 of them in all New York. It's sick. But
What's it called? Smack?
My worst hangover story happened like when I was like 22 and I was
Okay.
there. I was with my boy Kwame, and we went to this club. We went to this club in the city, and it turned in from like a bar to a club at night. So we're there. We're already in there. It switches over. And I go over, and I'm thinking, I didn't know what time clubs closed at, right, in New York. So I was just going to the bar, and I was like, yo, you got any drink specials? Because I'm broke like that. And then, so I'm asking him,
They
he's
say,
like,
yeah, get the
we
fuck
got-
out.
He's like, right? He's like, yeah, we have $4 Coronas. And I was like, excuse me?
Nice.
He's like, $4 Coronas. I gave him a 20. I said, give me 4 and keep the change.
Oh,
Took them all to the kept going back throughout the night. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, yo, we got to get out of here. We got to leave. He's like, why? We just got here. First of all, we've been here since midnight. We didn't just get here.
Yeah.
He's like, but it's not closing. I'm like, what time does this place close at? I don't know, like 5? 5? Went right back to the bar, ordered 8 more. Got completely obliterated. Walked 32 blocks. Almost got in a fight with this Dominican dude because he was harassing these girls, right? So I was just like, yo, leave him alone. And then he's like, yo,
Because you're nice.
you don't want to mess with me. And I was like, bro,
No.
I don't, but these girls are being bothered. These girls
I
are
don't,
being
but
bothered.
motherfucker, I'm drunk.
You're right.
I was like, I don't. He's like, you're right. But like, and then he looked over, and then he told me, this is my table. I'm like, bro, there's nothing but purses on that table. So unless your boys are part of that alternative lifestyle, I don't think this is your table. And he pushes, and thank God, this 6'7" fucking bodyguard shows up. He's like, is there a problem here? I was like, this gentleman shoved me, and I didn't appreciate it.
This gentleman.
And then he kicked the guy out. And then after the club, me and my boy Kwame, I was like, yo, I want dollar pizza. And we walked 32 blocks
32
to Harlem
Probably one right
to
next
get
door.
dollar pizza.
It was $2 pizza.
I don't know.
So he,
No, there was this one specific spot that I knew in Harlem,
Okay.
and I was like, we're going there. Bro, like, no, like, let's go home. I was like, listen, we're not, like, we're going to go to this place. We're not only
Yeah.
going to go to this place, we're going to walk there. Why? Because we're athletes. And we are this.
That's
And mind you, Subway's run 24 hours in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In most places in the States.
yeah, you could have got there any
But
other way.
I was so dead set. I was like, I want to earn this pizza. So I went there, got me 2 slices of the greasiest cheese pizza ever, and I bought the homeless guy stew right next to me. A pizza too.
Yeah, 7,600 cabs passed you on your way to Harlem.
Oh,
No.
at least.
Yeah, but he only had $5 left, and that wasn't going to get him pizza and a cab.
That's fair. That's fair.
no. So it would have got me on the subway, but I was like, nah, I can't afford 2 trips.
That's
and
it.
this pizza's worth it. So I'm gonna get 2 pizzas, 1 for stew, and then we're gonna head on to this train and call
The
it a
thing-
day. I got
the
home
thing-
like at 8 o'clock in the morning. My mom was like, "Did you just get home?" I was like, "Nah, I was in the front chilling."
32 blocks in New York goes by pretty fast because they're like short blocks. You know?
The Usher blocks.
Yeah.
Are you crazy? 32 blocks?
There's still 32 of them.
There's still
however.
32, yeah.
What? No, but one block in New York is like 4 blocks here. in Montreal
No,
downtown.
No, it depends
I
on where you
promise
are, I guess. Depends on where
I
you are.
promise you. I promise you.
Nah,
Go
it
to New
depends on
York.
where you are.
What you got in the works, Hakeem?
Well, I got a show. I got a heckling show tomorrow. If you guys want to come, it's literally a game show. It's at this bar on Bishop, right across the street from McGivens. I'm not familiar with the name of it, but I'll post it on Facebook. You guys can check it
I
out.
gotta
saw it.
know where
I
you're
saw
playing,
it. Yeah.
Keith.
No, I saw it. Yeah, I wanted to go, but I can't. I'm already working.
All right, what's up? If anybody else wants to come, it's literally you can actually heckle me. This is
We
the
can
one
like throw shit at
opportunity.
you.
Hey, you can, but I'll come at your
Wait,
neck.
you see me throw. I can't hit you. I'll just miss.
It's okay. We've seen a keep you can't catch.
It'll probably get picked off. Whatever you throw will probably get picked off.
Yeah, I'll get intercepted on its way.
But I have that tomorrow, which is a lot of fun. Crowd, it's more for the crowd. They come, they talk shit, and they get prizes for it. I have another show on the 22nd. It's at TFG Col. It's the spot on Amherst, Haitian spot, so you guys can go get some good Haitian food.
Nice.
That's run by the Bad Boys Video. And
It's amazing.
then
I
I'm
love
doing
one of my favorite restaurants. That place.
Oh, it's amazing. It's
No, I love
fantastic.
it,
I was
yeah.
so upset. I used to live on that street for a year and a half, and I didn't even know that was there.
Yeah, it's right in the back. It's kind of sketchy in the back hall in the alley there, kind of thing. It's fucking
Yeah,
nice.
but the food is great. Those are all the best. This is where
Yeah.
those sketchy hole-in-the-wall places where you look like it looks like you could get robbed, have the
Yeah.
best food.
It's because you have to
And
walk
then-
in and you have to go through the back, through one restaurant. Well, it looks like it's a little sketchy. Then you get to the back and it's fucking unreal. I love that place.
Yeah,
That
unreal.
show, by
Great
the way,
food.
is at Keno Bar, which is 1431B Bishop Street,
There you
Thursday,
go.
May 16th.
There we go. Look at okay.
We pay him for a reason, but poorly.
You guys are official at Hot Sauce.
Yeah, that's what it is. We don't mess around.
What else
Other
we
than
got
Duke.
going on?
Duke's fired officially today.
That's the 22nd. The 26th, I have the Bad Boys Video Gala. So the same people that are putting up that open mic on the 24th, 22nd. Sorry, I'll be doing their one time a month gala on the 26th. That also I'll be posting. And then I have a big show where they're flying out a guy from LA on the 30th, and that's gonna be fun because it's at Music. So they just renovated. They put up a new patio, so we're gonna be doing the show on the patio. And then after that, it's gonna be a big turn up. And then, yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's pretty much.
honestly, I can't recommend Akeem enough. He's one of my favorite dudes. I went out to see you on one of the coldest nights this winter.
Yeah.
But it was totally worth it. So definitely,
Akeem
if
Grams
you're around,
on
check him out.
Instagram.
Sorry.
Akeem Grams on Instagram
Yeah.
with a Z, and he also
Grams with his Z.
Yeah, Grams with a Z, and he also looks amazing as a woman. You'll see on his Instagram if you check it out.
Hey, you see the cute? You see how cute I look?
Yeah, you're cute, man. I'm not gonna guy. I'd send you a
Yeah,
few
okay.
beers. I'd send you a shot
what
of
I'm saying?
liqueur.
And the beer goggles don't hurt.
Yeah,
I smash. I would shoot my shot at me. I feel that cute.
You ever think about doing a show at Chez Mado or something, dressed up like that?
Hey,
Dressed up like that?
Yeah.
but like a hologram, you know.
Hologram.
Hey, no, listen. As long as I can get some stage time, I'm cool with it. What I wanted to do was I wanted to take that picture and put it on Tinder and see what kind of what my DMs would look like.
Yo, there's
But
so many
it was too much
thirsty
of a-
guys out there. You would get a lot of swipes, man.
It was too much of a process. It
Yeah,
was too much of a
couple
process.
beers in, I would swipe right for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Shut up. You would swipe yours. I'm cute.
Yes, I would.
I'm cute.
So Akeem Grams on Instagram, on Twitter. What is it? It's Akeem Grams also.
tweets.
No, Akeem Grams on Instagram. Akeem tweets on Twitter.
There you go. That makes sense, right?
Is it,
Yeah,
is it
well,
Akeem
Brent-
Faces on Facebook?
Akeem Books.
Just Akeem Hoy Charles on Facebook. That's
There you
it.
go.
Akeem Grinds on Grinder. Akeem Boy Charles, thanks for joining us. Always great talking to you. Always great talking shit about other cities with you. We'll talk to you. So we should make that a recurring segment of Akeem talk shit about X city.
Oh, perfect.
Whatever
I love
city
it.
it is, it'd be awesome.
It's like a 2-minute rant.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah, I'm down.
it'd be
Let's do
great.
it.
It'd be
We'll do
great. We'll talk to you soon, bud.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me, guys. Take care.
Thanks, Akeem.
Have a good one. And we're back. That was a great talk with Akeem Hoy Charles, one of our good friends. One really interesting dude. Loves sports. Great comedian. Great to have him on the show. For those who liked what we do, saw some of the clips, remember you can subscribe, you can follow us, you can do all that stuff because that helps us provide more content for you.
Absolutely.
And that's in the end why we do this. But for now, it's time for rapid fire. Let's make it rapid because holy shit, this was long.
What are we at? Almost an hour. Almost over an hour. Let's go.
Novak is the GOAT.
Yeah, so he finally he won the Spanish Open. He beat Stefanos Tsitsipas, Greekster.
Giant dude.
Up and coming guy. He's a tall boy. Up and coming guy beat Nadal in Spain, so that's a big feat. And then he ended up losing to Novak. It was a good game, but Novak is the GOAT of tennis for sure.
He's not the GOAT. Federer's the GOAT.
You know what? I'm gonna say that too because I'm a fan of Federer. I'm gonna say
But
it
on,
right now.
but on that kind of court, I don't know if Federer's the
On clay, I don't know who's
think-
better.
No,
on clay.
I'm pretty sure on clay it's Nadal.
Nadal's the best on clay. Yeah, we know that.
But his
yeah.
knees are fucked.
But I
so
don't think
yeah.
Federer's close.
I saw Nadal here. His left arm is like double the size of his right arm.
he jerks off a lot.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
imagine
no, but it's
happens.
it's very noticeable. I was like 10 rows up. It was very noticeable.
Stranger danger is what he goes
Okay,
for.
so
Yeah.
apparently Federer has been successful on clay courts.
Federer's-
He's reached 5 French Open titles.
Federer is like the most I guess consistent. He's the best everywhere.
But
Kind
he
of
got
thing.
beaten 4 times by Nadal.
On where Nadal is the best on
Yeah, so
on clay.
the thing is, though, it's one of those, if a tree falls in the forest, like no one ever can watch tennis because it only happens during the daytime.
Well,
so
for us
fucking
it
weird.
does. For us,
Well, the
You know.
finals are always on Sundays.
That's
Yeah,
true, but there's golf on
that's true.
Sundays, so it's not gonna
it's a
happen.
tough season.
There's
Yeah.
nothing you can
Next.
drink better to than golf. Sorry, tennis, you come second.
Sorry. Next.
Every rose has its thorn.
Every Rose has a thorn. So this is Rose Namajunas.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rose, Thug Rose, she loses her belt, but I couldn't get the clip. I wanted to get it so bad, but it's UFC's not going to release it yet. Of her getting knocked out, it was crazy.
Why does the UFC do that? I find it
Because you have to
Yes.
pay to watch.
because they're clips, like they don't really post clips.
You can never
Ever.
find it. They
It's
never
like trying to
find
get the office clips on YouTube. Impossible.
Impossible.
Wouldn't it be a good thing to promote, like to have like
No,
clips of
because
things?
no, they want you to pay for it. ESPN Plus right now, especially with ESPN Plus, they have a deal with them. You have to have a subscription to ESPN Plus to be able to pay for it, to be able to watch it. And the UFC has always
But
been
like,
very
so
good.
We're in
at getting-
Canada.
at
We'd
getting
love
rid
to
of-
pay for ESPN Plus. Allow us to pay for ESPN
But
Plus.
you don't. But the thing is, in Canada, you don't have to pay for ESPN Plus because you have it free.
I don't. 'Cause
No, no,
I'm a
everybody
cheap
has it
ass.
free.
Hmm?
It's on TSN.
Yeah, I'm a
He
cheap
does not
ass.
have. TSN.
No, but what do you do then?
I stream super legally.
So you can stream.
Yeah, I do. Super legally.
So you'll be able to. But if you want to go check it the day after, it's not it's not an easy. Rose Namajunas got
Besides,
knocked out. Yeah.
anyway, everyone knows the best way to watch UFC is at a strip club.
Absolutely. And then so she gets knocked out in Brazil by a Brazilian, Jessica Andrade, crazy knockout. She kind of
Yeah.
lifted her up and slammed her on her head. So she's okay. Rose is okay.
If I get the clip, I'll post it on our Twitter.
Perfect. Don't
Next
do
up.
that. We're gonna get shut down.
Eagle Esports home and away couches.
Finally, Eagle gets to talk.
So get this, okay? This is the first
away
time this has
couches.
ever happened in esports. There was home and away games. So the Overwatch League, run by Blizzard, has most of their games actually under their Burbank studio. So they set up a whole stage for it and everything. So 2 weeks ago, they actually had an event
Is
in
Burbank
Dallas.
in LA?
Burbank is in LA.
It's in
Well, it's
California.
like around there, California.
Oh, okay.
So they had an event happen in Dallas where the Dallas home team, the Fuel, actually hosted an event. They sold out an arena, 5,000 people over
Eh.
2 days to watch this on
the
top
size
of
of-
broadcasting like crazy.
It's the size of a prison.
Well, it's a lot of people, a
Yeah,
lot of
that's what I'm
screaming
saying.
people.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Then
There's more sex happening in the prison. Though.
Yeah. Yeah.
this last weekend, they have what they refer to as the stage finals because they break up the season into different sections. So they had a broadcast. The winning team, the San Francisco Shock, won 200 G's of prize money, $2,000 of prize money
$200,000.
for winning a section of the actual season itself.
What the fuck?
The broadcast
Can you
was on
tell us about-
ABC,
Podcasting
prime
is
afternoon
paid, by the way.
time, pretty much, and everything, like Sunday,
Yeah.
1 o'clock.
Okay.
Now they have an all-star weekend. They
And this
just
was
released.
all broadcast on Twitch.
It was on Twitch, of course, but also ABC got rights, which I literally on like ABC and ESPN and Disney. They have trading cards
Disney,
that
I
just
can
came
get,
out.
Trading card.
Trading cards for the players. There's an All-Star week happening right
Are,
now.
are they gonna have dick pics on the back?
They will not.
All
It
right.
would
So
be
why would
the
I
first
buy?
time
There's,
anyone
they
saw
just
that.
announced the 3rd edition of the Overwatch World Cup, which is the equivalent of each country competing
What
for a
Overwatch?
championship.
Because Pizzo's making fun of you. I don't want to jump on it, but what's Overwatch?
It's a team-based shooter game.
It's a game.
It's a game.
Ah.
It's like Team Fortress.
What did you think we were talking
I thought it was just
about?
the name of what they call gaming.
No.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Fucking so
Like a
foreign.
reach around,
Terry
for
versus
example, but
technology.
This
for
is
gaming.
so foreign to me. It's crazy.
And just the last thing, next year they're gonna have true home and away games. So you're gonna have a home stadium, and teams will travel and fly
they're
to
gonna,
play.
they're gonna have their own fucking private jets.
I have to say this though, guys.
Well, with this kind of money, why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
This is our time to shine because we can just get up in there in an esports event and just put up a booth and just start talking. And
Yeah, let's do
We
it.
have broadcast
it'll be way
experience.
less. It'll be way less awkward than half the shit you see.
You
with
know what?
esports.
We're gonna. I'm gonna try and get some fucking esports nerds to come in here.
Can we just get? Yeah, let's interview one of them. And is it
We'll,
super
we'll ask them
awkward?
questions about being virgins in 2019.
Yeah. Like, okay, so when did you have sex? I have a girlfriend. I've had a girlfriend for like 6 years. No, but okay, but when
But
did you?
like, but so,
So you haven't had sex?
have you met her yet?
I'm not gonna talk about what me and my girlfriend do in our private time, but
Are
okay,
you
so,
being catfished?
So you haven't had sex.
Blink twice if you
Okay,
being
so
catfished.
you be us. I'll be the nerd.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Terry, you like esports?
I mean, I play.
Nerd!
Oh, okay.
So we're
Conversation
gonna get
concluded.
an esports game. Next up, headline 8, Champions League.
What the fuck? I know what you're talking
It was
about.
it was spelled weird. It was spelled league.
It's spelled the egg.
Leage. So I was like
League.
league.
Champions League. So, this is like
Two
we
crazy
see
endings.
Liverpool coming back to win versus Barca 4-3.
Barca.
Barca.
Barca, sorry. Tottenham shock Ajax with a 3-3 win on aggregate.
Yep.
And aggregate's one of these things where I don't understand why soccer's not more popular because it's fucking cool, right?
It's the smartest way to finish a game. To play 2 games. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like for some reason, North American fans, and we live
but
in
the
one
thing
of the more.
is that we play against each. In North America, they play against each other all the time, right?
Mhm.
So in Champions League, there's everybody from different leagues. It's the only time they play against each other. So they have to make it even. There's not one team better than the other.
Mhm.
They say, right? So that's why they have them play one home, one away.
But I'm saying that like, it's just sports fans in North America in general, not soccer fans.
Oh, okay.
But
Get it.
they don't seem to catch the excitement of soccer. And to me, something like aggregate is something where this should be something that really gets their attention. And
Yeah,
like,
for Tottenham, they were down 1-0 after the first game.
yeah,
They come in, they're down 1-0 again, and then they need to. Then they're down 2-0, so they need to score 3 goals to win 3-2 in that game. But because they scored the away goals and it ended up being 3-3 on
Yeah.
both games, they ended up winning. In terms of Liverpool lost 3-0 in Barcelona, so no away goals scored. And then when they went back to Liverpool, they just said, "Fuck this shit," 4-0.
that was great. That was
I
crazy.
love it. As a Liverpool fan, I love it.
Was the fact that like Ajax losing on a in essentially a tie?
Yeah.
Do you think that the whole concept of losing on a tie is something that turns off the North American sports?
No,
fan?
because they lost the game.
yeah, that's fair.
They lost the game 3-2 as opposed to losing the game before 1-0.
Funny story. I once called him Ajax in Netherlands, and people in the bar just started laughing at me.
That's
Well,
fair.
you deserve to be laughed at that for 1, 2 because you're a baby about the Knicks. But this goes to show. So now in the Europa finals, you have Chelsea and
What?
We're trying to end the joke there, Terry.
Chelsea. I forgot who. And then anyway, so I'm just saying in the European champions, the 2 European championships, it's all 4 English teams, all 4. So just to say, English is the best league in the world.
Adam Silver yesterday, before the lottery draft, was saying that he's thinking about adopting like mid tournaments like they do in European
Does
soccer.
nobody know what the word rapid means? Eagle talk for 18 minutes about esports. This guy's going on about fucking England. This guy's talking about.
But do you think
another
it's a good
sport
idea?
that's not related to the topic?
I'm
think
just
it's a
not.
good
I
idea.
guess we're not as familiar as being quick as you are.
I know. I'm always quick.
Yeah.
Next up,
Quickest man in
stunning
the West.
running back.
I don't know what this one is. What is it?
Yeah. So Dolphins sign thrice arrested Mark Walton.
Who the fuck is Mark Walton?
He's a running back who can't come to the field because he keeps getting arrested. He was with the Bengals because obviously, and
They look at
there's a
Cleveland.
video of him running away after getting stunned by like the stun gun by police
Oh, I know what you're
officers.
talking about. I've
It's
seen it. Yeah,
amazing.
I've seen it.
I couldn't find the video though.
So they're trying to be Cleveland Brown. Cleveland Brown just signed anybody with a rap sheet. So,
So
like,
the Dolphins signed him.
yeah,
He's never going to commit any crimes in Miami.
no, never.
What's amazing is
It's
like
such a good wholesome city.
the last time this kind of thing happened was Lawrence Phillips. So
I mean, think of it this way, right? He can
Junkyard
get
dog.
inspiration from the offensive lineman coach who really keeps his players in check.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
that's true, man. That
Is he
it-
still there? That guy? I think he's still there.
the best thing about being a Miami Dolphins fan is every time I go to Miami, I just don't go to games.
You-
Spend all of my time on the beach.
You don't feel obligated to go to a game.
There's not a reason.
What do you want to do?
Maverick down. Last headline.
I don't know what this one is.
It's about
This has to do with
Kristaps.
Kristaps Porzingis
Oh,
getting
yeah.
jumped outside a Latvian nightclub. Yo, how big was the dude? How big was the dude who took out Kristaps Porzingis?
You just gotta swing once.
But you got to get up to 7'3".
I can get up to 7'3". Like
You
that.
can't.
I don't
You
know.
need a telephone book, Terry.
telephone book. I need a ladder. Fuck.
That was
But,
that was your fight.
It seems like Kristaps can't stay out of the media. So I don't know how it's gonna look for him in Dallas. Mark
According-
Cuban does not take that shit.
By the way, the city with the most strip clubs per square foot,
Dallas.
Dallas.
So according to TMZ, Kristaps Porzingis got into a fight in Latvia with some Russians who were upset that he is no longer with the Knicks.
Some Russians that are accept. So
Like, we're the
okay,
worst. Fans are the worst
They're the worst.
worldwide.
So
basically.
So Russians that are upset that he's not with the Knicks.
Yes.
So
in
Russian,
Latvia.
Russians like New York Knicks.
Yes,
like-
they really do. I've been saying this. They do.
I feel like this is a good opportunity
Dash
to
cams
keep
is big.
shitting on the Knicks.
It is. It really is. Because you know what? They don't fucking deserve Zion. You shut the fuck up.
No, you're right. They don't. They fucking don't. Like,
And
I'm
stop being
happy for him,
stop being
whatever.
so fucking butthurt about a team you're never gonna play for.
No, but I'm always gonna watch them suck.
Yes.
Exactly. So
Yes.
just embrace
Watch it.
embrace
You
the
know
suck.
what's that? It's painful.
He's a Dolphins fan.
If you're on TV,
There's
I watch
plenty
them
to do
and
when you're in New
it's
York. You don't gotta watch a game.
Yeah.
Those tickets are too expensive. The team is trash. James Dolan's trash. His music's trash. Shut up, James Dolan's trash.
And I love James Dolan. And
it
you're gonna
right.
you're gonna appreciate it much more if they ever do become successful. Never gonna happen.
Never gonna
if they
happen.
ever do become successful, it's because they did it properly and they built.
They won't though
No,
because
they
they won't. They're not capable.
Because they
of
suck,
doing that.
and James Dolan's the goat.
Yeah. Except he's not. He's an actual goat.
He's the best,
He's
though,
not a
but
human
whatever.
person. Remember?
Hashtag hot sauce. Hashtag more Cole.
Yeah, absolutely. Follow us, like us, do all the things you gotta do to us. I'm Peas. You're Terry. This has been Hot Sauce Sports. You've been listening to Hot Sauce Sports.